Alright, we're back for the, I believe, third episode of this Minecraft hardcore playthrough. Last episode I died, I believe, at the very beginning, and we had to start over. So, this is my new home base. I have a nice little dirt hut. There's some wolves in the distance. I have a little wheat farm and a sugarcane farm and a forest that I'm currently chopping down and replanting. I talked a lot about my goals for this series in the last episode and the first one, if you haven't seen that. Hello, wolf. I need to get some bones so that I can have a dog. A dog or a few dogs would be very nice to have, as they could help protect me from mobs. Last episode I died because I was not paying attention and a creeper snuck up behind me and blew me up. Griefing was off, however, so it did not destroy my base. I like the new dog sounds they added. That's very cute. That sheep looks weird. Why does that sheep look so weird? Red chickens! Wait a minute. I was too distracted. Brown egg? I was too distracted by this sheep, which looks really weird to me for some reason. I feel like... Hold on. I feel like I said this in the first episode, that I wasn't sure if they changed the sheep. Minecraft sheep update. Did they update them? I feel like they look weird. Oh. Oh. So I don't know when they changed this, but it looks like sheep always had a white face no matter what color their actual wool was. That's why it looks so weird. Because now the hair on their face actually matches the color of their wool. That's very nice. Also, what is the deal with these red chickens? I didn't know they had changed the colors of the chickens. That's very cute. I'm guessing there's like different types now of chickens. Well, now that I know there's chickens here, we have to do my, famous game crasher frame ending quest, which is to build the biggest chicken farm known to man. We also need to make it wolf-proof because we don't want these wolves to get at them. So we might have to make it like in a treehouse chicken farm. Oh my gosh. I really need to make a treehouse chicken farm. I think that's a very fun idea. We could build it in that tree right there. Trust me, in the next few episodes, that tree is going to be a treehouse chicken farm. But for now, I think we need to make a better base. So there were birch trees that way, I believe. You know what? Let's make some signs so that we remember where we've been. That's not how you make a sign. Get some sticks. There we go. So... that way is where we spawned. And it's downriver. Let's see. Downriver. That's where we spawned. That's where the birch trees are, I think. And then upriver. I don't know yet because I haven't really gone that way. I think that was just the plains, right? Yeah, plains. Okay. Alright, nice little markers so that I remember where we've been and where we came from. Should we use oak or birch or both? Well, how much cobblestone do we have? We have a couple, but not nearly enough, I don't think. So for now, I think we should mine a bunch of cobblestone so that we can make a nice, sturdy base for our base. I also want to make some trapdoors like I did in the first run so that nothing sneaks down into our mine. There we go. That way, nothing creeps up behind me and explodes again while I'm down here. Why is there a squid hurting? Is it suffocating? It did. Squid just suffocated. Oh, poor squid. Alright. Yeah, so like I said, we'll get a bunch of cobblestone. And then, I guess in the morning, we should probably keep that there. In the morning, we can go over to the birch forest and get a bunch of birch to build our base with. And I guess we can use oak logs, maybe, as the accent. I know we're living right next to a jungle, but I don't really like how junglewood looks. I don't know what it is about it. It's just a little too, like, orange? It's good as a decorative wood, but not really to build a base out of. It's just such an odd, non-neutral color, if that makes sense. Let's build a staircase going that way. There we go. Looks like it's nighttime, so we'll spend most of the night down here. Broken clocks. I like this already. It's kind of like jazzy. A lot of Minecraft music reminds me of... Well, I mean, I guess it's normal for me to have this association. I used to spend a lot of time playing creative Minecraft while listening specifically to the podcast Welcome to Night Vale. That is my favorite podcast of all time. Granted, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but it is incredible to listen to. I really want to get back into that as well. I know last episode, I think, I talked about wanting to get back into reading. Fiction podcasts like Welcome to Night Vale are another thing that I really want to get back into. It was such an interesting story and an interesting world, and they painted it very beautifully. It always amazes me what people can do with just an audio form piece of media like that. It was very fun to listen to, but one of my favorite parts of it, which I'm not sure if they still do, I think they're still running, I could be wrong, but at least in the beginning, I think I listened to like the first season or two of it, at least in the beginning, they used to have a section where fans could submit songs that they made, and they would play them in a certain portion of the episode, and they were very fun to listen to. They were all different genres, all different types, all different subject matter, but all just like very beautiful pieces of music. And I guess a lot of Minecraft music reminds me of that, but like I said, it's not an odd connection for me to make, because I used to spend hours and hours playing creative Minecraft while listening to it. I have a lot of old creative worlds that I could look back on now and go through each like section of it that I built and tell you exactly what the podcast was talking about when I listened to it and when I was building that specific section. Same with I think Markiplier's podcast. I did a very similar thing. There's one world that I built, well, pretty much exclusively listening to that podcast. So I really could tell you exactly what they were talking about in each like room of it. Because I guess a lot of my memories are kind of mainly connected to sound and audio. Oops, not again. Let's sleep very quickly. There's an Enderman out there as well. That wasn't fun. So, I don't want to get blown up. I know that creepers don't get burnt in the sunlight. Enderman. Burning zombie over there. There it is. It's sneaking around in my sugarcane. There's two of them. Is there two? There's two. What am I supposed to do? Well, there's two creepers outside my home. Maybe I could lead them to the wolves? I don't know. I do need to go over to the birch forest. I'll make a few axes. And then I guess I'll head over to that forest? I'm not really sure. I can build some more torches as well. Okay. We're still over there, and I think the birch forest is that way. So I might just make a run for it. Whew. Creepers are very terrifying for me because they do such a large amount of damage all at once. I know it takes a minute for them to charge that up, but it's still just like such a huge amount of rapid damage. I don't think there's any mobs around me right now, so I'll keep an eye on the subtitles again. But I just really don't want to get snuck up on again. Splashes. Is that just the squid and the fish? Alright, like I said, I really wish that I still had the zoom function that Optifine has. So I'll keep an eye out for the Optifine update. I'll also try to bring some of these saplings back so that I can have a birch forest as well as an oak forest. That way I don't have to come all the way back out here for birch. I'll just chop down some of the ones that are along the shore. That'll also help make things look a little bit cleaner. And then I'll kind of destroy some of these leaves and bring some saplings back. So, cue another montage. Alright, so I have 46 birch logs and 14 birch saplings. That should be good enough for now. I'm really hoping that those creepers are gone. I'm not sure if they are, but it would be great. Alright. We need to make more chests. I also just need a bigger house, but so let's plant some of these birch saplings. If there's no creepers. It's like when I'm looking for spiders. Ugh. So spooky. Okay. This forest can just be kind of behind the oak one. Okay. Where should we build our home? I feel like it's nice to be this close to the river since we're close to our wheat farm, which we should actually harvest some of. Maybe we could build it like on top of the river? Like a little hut? Or like a bridge of some sort? Yeah, maybe a bridge would be nice. But which way? Maybe just like across this little pond part of it? That might be a nice spot. Yeah, that might be nice. Or should it be... Should it be farther this way? I mean, this is a nice open spot. Maybe just right here would be nice. That we could still have some space underneath it, maybe to put some animals or something? Alright. Well, let's get our building materials. Door. Some slabs, I guess. Alright. Oops. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So we'll start building over here. Kind of similar, I guess, to what we were trying to do in the first run, except bigger, with the stilts and everything. It is almost nighttime. We definitely don't want mobs sneaking up on us. So I'll head to bed very quickly. And we can continue it once it's nice and bright outside. Harvest these really quick so we can see better. Alright. Okay. Bright and early. We'll start building our little hut. So I want it to be fairly tall. Four tall will be probably good enough. That should be enough room to like have some stuff underneath it if we want to. Maybe we can have some like scaffolding underneath it. There we go. I'll destroy this because I don't want anything climbing up here with me. I'll make these one taller. And then we'll start placing the cobblestone base. I know it's a little bit weird to have a floating cobblestone base, but I think if we just have some more scaffolding underneath it, it'll look natural enough. Building is definitely one of my favorite parts of Minecraft. I mean, I know it's one of the main things about it, but like I said, I used to play creative mode for hours and hours and hours. At some point, maybe I'll show off some of my creative world builds, because they really are just... I'm still proud of them. I think I've deleted some of my best ones by now, just because it, was taking up space, and they had some memories that maybe I didn't really want to hold on to anymore. But, I still remember them, and I'm very proud of them. But I sometimes, when I just need some time to, like, I guess the equivalent of, like, meditating almost, I find myself coming back to Minecraft creative mode and just, like, I don't know. One of my favorite things to do is to find a very interesting, like mountain almost, or like a ravine kind of area, and build like huge, elaborate, not really towns, but like buildings and houses connected by floating bridges and big, huge towers and structures and things like that. And once I started using World Edit, I believe, I really got into making huge sculptures, that weren't really structures, but they were just like enormous things. Like in one of my worlds, I had these two huge dragons that I made. They were like mirror images of each other, but they were made out of different materials. It was very fun and very cool to look at, and their wings kind of like created this massive dome over the whole area that I was building around. Just this like huge area. Um, that was definitely one of my favorite builds. I think I even hollowed out the dragons and made the insides like you could walk around in it, and there was, I think, like a massive railway system that went through everything. Oh, how did I make sure this is all even? This is not. There you go. Alright. So this will be the basic structure of our house. I'm thinking of making a second floor that's like bigger on one side, like maybe that part extends over the river. I guess this direction, or yeah, I think this way. But we definitely need more materials before I do that. But I can drop down here. One of the first things I need to make is definitely a bucket. I think we do have enough iron. Yeah, we do. We have just enough. What else do I need to cook? Is that it? Yeah, I guess so. Alright. We'll cook up some iron and this raw chicken and birch if we have any extra heat. I need to make some stairs. What should the roof be made out of? Oak? Cobblestone? No. I guess oak would be the best. Maybe we can have a jungle roof? I don't know. I'll have to decide after I make that second floor. But to do that, we definitely need more oak logs. We'll let that finish cooking. We'll make our bucket. That way we can have water. And hopefully I won't die from fall damage. Keep that on us at all times. Yeah, let's... Phew, I thought there was a creeper. Let's... Guess we can use a door. We can have the door like right there. Where's our cobblestone? Go. Nice solid staircase. If I can stop placing random blocks everywhere. There we go. Not good. Place the door. There we go. A nice front entrance. We said this way? Alright. Stairs right here, I guess. Yeah. That would lead up to the second floor. There we go. Second floor. I guess it'd be made out of oak. Right? Or should we have more cobblestone? Maybe oak logs. Which means we need a lot of oak logs, because we need more for the outside and oak logs for the inside flooring. Oop, it is getting dark. There we go. Whew. I don't want to get too caught up in the building and everything, because I don't want to get attacked by monsters, because I still don't have armor or anything. So that guy needs to start burning. Let's collect some more of this since we're out here. Really don't want to get snuck up on. That zombie will die. Alright, that is one danger of having a forest right next to your base. Because, things can spawn in it and stay there since the sun won't get them. So, what did we say? We needed a lot of oak logs. Let's make some bread. Okay, 7 bread. Store that in there. Let's chop down a bunch of these oak trees. But actually, I'll probably do that off camera. So, once again, thank you guys so much for watching this 3rd episode of my Minecraft Hardcore series. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still very sad that we died in the beginning of the 2nd episode already, but that's okay. I think we're off to a much better start now. I think I kind of got settled in a nicer, more stable way. and I'm being much more careful, and hopefully no monsters will sneak up behind me. And as soon as I can, I'll get armor to protect myself. So, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I stream almost every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Central with my friend Sun. The VODs are posted here on my YouTube, along with these little pre-recorded Minecraft episodes. I will be gone for vacation. I'm probably on vacation by the time I post this. But these episodes will continue to be uploaded even while I'm gone. And I should be streaming next, I think on the 19th. I should be back by then, I think. Probably. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.